Wait. Is there a raid? There's a raid. Okay, well, we're just going live. Hey, welcome. I'm Pat Bear, and this is the Build With Baer Workshop. Hey, everybody. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe mode in the chat. If you're like Lashbrook, you are a subscriber. But yeah, hey, thank you so much, Gunpla, for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Um, I hope you're doing well. This is the intro portion of the stream. This is where we just kind of hang out a little bit. Lord Crashington is here as well. We got a couple regulars here. Yeah, so at the start of every stream, I just kind of do the little intro, kind of chat with people. Aristofan just subscribed tier 2. That's 39 months. Thank you so much on a 39-month streak. So we got to hit the old applause. Thank you very much, Aristofan, for that. Appreciate it. We are currently at 42 out of 50 subscribers. But yeah, 39 was great. Yeah, so we did get a raid. Hey, Chris, welcome. Yeah, welcome, Raiders. I'm Pat Bear. I build model kits and Lego sets. Um, Sometimes I have to really explain that, but since you're coming from Bad Gunpla, you understand, like you get it, which is nice. Because I got a lot of friends who like stream video games, which is rad, and I do that on occasion as well. Um, but it is funny because sometimes people are just like, "Wait, what do you mean?" And then they're just like, they have seen. They're like, as far as I know, Twitch is video games, and sometimes it's old TV shows for some reason. But they haven't like explored the wonderful world of makers and crafting and cooking and all the other wonderful things that are out there that don't involve pew pewing, and poning some noobs and the like. Um, Believe me, the games I play also aren't that. They missed the kiddie pool phase. Yeah, yeah, Lord Crashington, the hot tubs and beach subcategory. Yeah, they missed the hangout streams, or like podcast recordings, or just talk shows in general. Those happen too. But yeah, it often I have to explain them like, okay, so model kits. Yeah. I put those together. I got two cameras and I build things. But yeah, that's what we do here. We hang out, we talk about a whole mess of stuff. Um, I've got the RX-782, not the RX-7, what am I saying? This is the Hi-Nu. I was honestly, I'm a little flustered because I was just recommending a model kit like 2 minutes before the stream started. A friend of mine was like, hey, okay, so if I'm going to build a model kit, what am I looking for? And I was like, the entry grade RX-782 is my default because that's the best beginner kit in my opinion. For somebody that's just like, I want to build a model kit. You build them, they look cool. But anyway, this is the Hi-Nu real grade. Um, we haven't finished the backpack yet. We got the stand adapter because I think it looks neat, and it's just going to get more and more top heavy as we put on the backpack. So we're going to be working on that tonight. My goal is to finish the kit this evening because it's been a few streams. It's a real grade, so it's detailed. We got to do the rest of the backpack. We got to do the funnels. We got two weapons and we got a shield. So I think we can do it. Also, I don't think any of those pieces require stickers, but they do require snipping out the undergate because it's a real grate. So there is undergate also, which is fine. Yeah, I did want to say, I mentioned kind of briefly, we're at 42 out of 50 subscribers. The goal would to be to hit 50. We always like to be at 50. My assumption is that somebody, and again, I assume that was Aristofan, at the end of last month must have gifted 8 subscribers to get us to 50, which is why we're at 42 suddenly. Because I think Saturday we hit 54 or something. So there must have been like a big subscriber push at the end of last month, which makes sense. Anyway, if you're interested, at the very least, if you came in from Bad Gunpla, give me a follow because I stream later than he does. So if you're looking for somebody, a little in the evening, 2 hour streams, so not too much. We'll get going here though, because we should get into it. Because there's stuff to do and stuff to talk about. But let me retweet my tweet. Try to remind folks that we're doing this, and then we'll get into some model kit building. Old button here, the main overhead camera. Great. I got a new mouse. It's fine. It's an Amazon Basic, but it's got side buttons, which my other mouse, and it's not too tiny because this is my last very cheap mouse, and it's another very basic mouse, but it was very small. Anyway, I don't like having cords if I can avoid it on like a surface like this. So this thing is better. Scroll wheel is good. Happy to have it. Whatever. That was I actually got that. I bought that on Thanksgiving and it got here today, which is fun. So that was, I guess, a free Thanksgiving Amazon Lightning deal. You know, Amazon. Well, it was a pre-Black Friday. That's what I meant to say. Scooty says, hi. Hello to you and welcome. As you can see, we got our RX 78. Not what am I saying again? Again, the Hi-Nu. I said the RX 782 high grade or entry grade out loud a bunch, and now it's just in my head. This is the Hi-Nu. We got the Hi-Nu here. It's looking great. We got to put some stuff on the back. This thing pops out and extends. So we got a little movement there. It's on its stand extender, which I like very much because it is not plugging into the butt. It plugs into the back of the kit. The adapter plugs in the back. Can we pop that? Can I pop that out? I should be able to. Maybe we'll take the backpack off and then, yeah, we'll take the backpack off and then this comes out. That's what you got to do. Got to take the backpack off first. But yeah, it's got a little extender on there for the stand, which is nice to have. Slide that over there. Very excited right now as I just got the third Gundam loot crate today. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten into the loot crate stuff. You know, when loot crates were first like really like hitting the scene, I had a few. I was doing like the Japanese snack style ones. And I did the original loot crate and got a few things, but you know, after a while you're like, oh, I have a box. I now have a big box full of stuff that I'm like giving away to people. How many like ice trays that look like dice do I need? Like that kind of thing. So I've kind of been off of it. Also, for folks that are new, and also, you know, mention to people that have been around for a while. I'm just, you know, I'm between places here, and I'm trying not to buy a lot of stuff that I then have to like throw away. Speaking of between places, right now I am prepping because a thing I got to do is move rooms here in this house. I am currently in the guest room of this place, which has served me quite well. And then for a week, I will be hanging out in the office, which is a smaller room. And right now, I think I can fit the desk that I'm currently using, the table I'm currently using. I think I can fit it in that room, which would be great if I can. Still a little unsure if that is going to work. So that's a bit concerning. My hope is that I will be able to just, you know, put this exactly where I think it fits and everything will be fine. I might have to like store stuff underneath it, but whatever. It is a busy time because basically my aunt and uncle arrive on Thursday, which is fun. I don't know the last time I saw them. It has been quite some time. So excited to see them. But they arrive on Thursday and they leave the following Friday. And I leave the following Thursday to go to PAX Unplugged, which is my first PAX since pre-pandemic lockdown. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's the small PAX, but it's still a Penny Arcade Expo. So I'm leaving the day before they do. So I have to like not only have to move everything and set up and move out of this room, I'll also won't be able to move stuff back in until like when I get back from that weekend. So that will be interesting. But I'm excited to go. Scooty says, in the loot crate, I got the Galahorn military issue pin, Mikazuki's braided bracelet, a Tekkanen wall banner, ooh, and a Tekkanen canvas shoulder sling bag, and a sweater. Ooh, you got a sweater. That's nice. Instead of you know, that's a good acknowledgement that we are in the holidays. You know, the winter weather. So that's fun. That is neat. I'm glad that you got some fun stuff, and including some clothing. That is always nice when they include some stuff like that. And pins. I mean, pins are great. Pins are always going to be good. Um, like I always say, like that to me, acrylic pins especially was the big move, the big smart move with people that had to get out of like posters as far as stuff that you sell at conventions. When people realized they were like, oh, poster sales are not working as well as they used to. Like t-shirts are always going to be good, but the thing about being at a table or splitting a table or whatever at a convention is that it cost a lot of money to make and uh, and get out there and bring out t-shirts, and you have to have like you have to play a lot of math. You have to like do a lot of like educated guesses of like, okay, well I need to have smalls because it would be foolish of me not to have smalls. But how many smalls do I bring? Do I bring enough to sell out? Do I bring enough to have extra? And then you're like, okay, well, once you get past like 3XL, it costs more money to make the shirts. XL and even 2XL most of the time and small cost the same amount of money, but 3XL costs like a bunch more money. So it's like, okay, well, you want to be good and cool for your larger audience, but like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to pull that off? It is a risky thing. Whereas acrylic pins are one size fits all. You just make the pins and sell the pins, and then people will buy them. And sometimes they buy multiple pins. And the overhead on really fancy acrylic pins is good. Isn't incredible. It's good, but like small pins, oof. If you're buying in bulk, you're doing well. And also, if you overestimate it and you're like, oh no, I have all of these pins left. What am I going to do? Don't worry about it. It's easy. Uh, also a very to transport them. Also a very smart thing, folks, if you're getting into that business or if you have friends that do it, is you can have the pin backs separate from the pins until and then just combine them, the night before or at the con or as you go. And some people do, uh, they'll do custom pin backs for the back of it, like the placard, the little card. They'll do something about the convention so that people can like remember where they bought it. They'll also include like their Twitter handle or their, like whatever their page, their art page or their store or something like that, so people can be like, oh, now I remember who I bought this from. But the trick of including like where it was like printed is really fun because then people will like remember. Or this one was really smart. A friend of mine did this. They had on there the show, and they also had their booth number. So if somebody put the pin on, or they had the pin in their bag, and someone was like, "Oh, where'd you get that pin?" They would have on the card because hopefully they didn't throw the card away right away. Oh, it's this person. They're at this table, which I think is brilliant, and I will most likely steal if and when I ever actually sell acrylics, because who knows? Most likely, if I ever table again in the future, it will be shirts because I have a pretty good idea about that, and also uh, the company I've worked with and will continue to work with a company that gives me a pretty good deal. But also, like we did buttons, I have to change buttons because uh, the company that I got my buttons from uh, turns out to be a bunch of dirt bags. So uh, I don't want to buy I don't want to buy any more buttons for them. So I got to get a new button supplier, which is fine. Uh, See, I am a fan of hoodies, but I have too many. Yeah, see, oh, I love hoodies, Jatsu. I think hoodies are great. I have like lots of them, and also like you, probably too many. But from a person out there selling things, unless my whole business is selling shirts, if I am a small person, supplier, if I'm doing limited runs, hoodies are take up so much room that they wouldn't necessarily be worth it shipping. Uh, unless I was working with like partnering with people or something like that. Um, like if I'm going to sell shirts at a convention, I am probably shipping like 2 boxes of shirts to the convention, like to a friend in that city, and then I'm picking up like 100 shirts basically, and I'm going to try to sell every fucking shirt. Uh, uh, I like hoodies, fine, but can only use them 2 to 3 months out of the year. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Lastbrook, that's just location based. You're not in a position where you require lots of hoodies. Um, Now, I'm down here in South Carolina right now. I don't use them as much. I still use a hoodie. It still gets cold here, folks. It just doesn't get too cold, especially around the time that I am doing things. There's a time of day where it does get colder. I'm just not around for that. So I don't have to worry about it, which is helpful to me. But I do know that there are, when I was in New York, I wore hoodies a lot more. All right, so we're just building here. We're working on the shoulders, getting these or the backpack that kind of goes behind the shoulders, so that we can get our funnels looking all nice and clean and good. And is this on right? That looked right, but that didn't. But then when I put it on, it didn't seem right. Yeah, there he goes. That looks good. And then this goes into the top part there. Great. Um, you're a monster. You use them all the time. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that stuff, I have strong opinions on how to sell stuff and be a small business person at a convention. I got fairly strong opinions on that. Um, but that's just because I've done it. I've worked booths. I have helped out people with their booths. I have run my own tables. It's pretty fun. I haven't super promoted improvised postmortem coming to you at PAX Unplugged from Twitch 2 or Twitch 3. I'm still waiting to hear which Twitch room will be there. It'll be hosted in this stream. It will be Saturday at 11, Saturday the 11th of December at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be hosting it here on this channel if you just want to be in there. Or as I said, it'll be either Twitch 2 or Twitch 3. I don't, PAX 2 or PAX 3, I should say. I don't know which one it will be. Waiting to hear and confirm that. Guests to be announced because scheduling is very tough. One, they gave me 8:30 p.m., which rules, but also some people that I would like to be on the panel have other commitments that evening because there are not concerts, so the main stage is a draw, and there are a few people that would have done the panel if it wasn't at that time. But I didn't book them before submitting, which was my fault. All right, so you need F32 and then 2 F31s. That's F32 is one of these. Then F31 is next to that. But yeah, when I know who's there, I will definitely promote it. It's gonna be fun. It is a improvised. If you haven't seen improvised postmortem, they're on my YouTube channel, and they're very funny. I've done one at an unplugged, and then I've done more at the regular video game focused PAXs. The premise of it is that it is my friends, some of whom are in the game design business or they're game developers, or most of the time they are like just people like in the world knowledgeable of it. But they play a version of themselves as if they were game creators, in this case, tabletop and card game creators, and they are giving a post-mortem talk about a video game as if they had worked on it. And they're talking about how it did well or how it did poorly. But up until they step to the podium, they do not know the name of the game because I have made it up. And then I mix and match people and we put them in pairs. And I also play along and we have suggested from people on my Twitter. They send me messages of like fake game names, and then I kind of put a bunch of those together, and then it's rapid fire, the lightning round. So that's going to happen, and that'll be pretty fun. Good evening to you, Chef. Welcome to the old Build With Baer Workshop. Uh, but yeah, I really enjoy improvised postmortem. It's a fun show. Uh, Lord Crashton asked if I'm part of the creator economy. World creators. But for real, at Harold, hey Harold, welcome H Bomb and friends. Lord Crashton wants to hear some ska, and then I'll answer Lord Crashton's question. But first, the last song, the last play of this will be tonight, and then I'll have a new song next month. Hold on one second. I gotta adjust something real quick. Yeah. Sorry, I had to switch where my headphones were. To answer your mostly, I assume, joking question, Lord Crashington. So I don't mind considering myself a content creator. I am a comedian, a performer. I'm a writer. I am a producer. Um, uh, so I don't mind having a bunch of names, right? I'm a streamer. That's what I'm doing now, obviously. So I don't mind using any of those terms to describe what I do. I don't mind content creator. I know some people don't like that. They want to say, like, oh, I make YouTube videos, or I stream, or I write for a website and I'm on podcasts. But, like, I don't mind the term. Now, do I like content creation, like culture? Well, no, I don't particularly enjoy that thing. That's not my thing, because I also don't think that's what I do. I don't think I uh, do anything to do with that kind of culture. Um, I feel like that is not me. But I don't mind referring to what I do as creating content, I guess is what I'll say. Um, this brings up a thing. Look, here's the thing. If you're not like on Twitter a lot, congratulations. I wish I wasn't. I would love it if I was on Twitter less than I am, but I'm on there a lot. You may have missed that people were dunking on some NFT loving, obsessed with terrible YouTubers person was like making a thing about how Mr. Beast's Squid Game video was seen by almost as many people in 4 days as like and took like a week to produce, and how it like, oh, isn't this great, isn't this like a sign of like what's to come, that you can do this and there's less gatekeepers or whatever, ignoring very important things like you can't make creator content based on a thing if that thing doesn't happen. It didn't cost him money because it was paid for by people. Um, Views don't mean dollars in Netflix's thing or that, and generally YouTube content doesn't have like it. Here's the thing: the coolest shit on YouTube is gone, and we can't find it anymore because it ebbs out and it is only left in whispers and memories. Because people consider stuff they watch on the internet to be temporary. Uh, it's hard to find old cool shit on the internet. Um, Also, this person that everyone needed to quote, tweet, and dunk on said Squid Games twice instead of Squid Game. Couldn't even say couldn't even spell check. Literally said Squid Games. So didn't even like, you can say like, oh, it's the games from Squid Games, so it's Squid Games, but they call the actual show Squid Game. It's called Squid Game. Call it that. That's frustrating. It brings me to one larger point, which I'm going to get in here real quick, just real quick about this. Here's the deal, friends. Hello, hi, real quick, real quick. Your dunks aren't worth the attention you give to losers. Please. This is not directing to you. This is directed to the world. If you have to dunk on a fool, screen grab, and block out their name. Don't give them attention. Don't give them views. Don't give them anything. Ignore them. Your dunks aren't worth it. Someone dunked better than you, sooner than you. And when everybody retweets somebody, the algorithm doesn't care about that. Nobody cares about dislikes. So please, at the very least, a screen cap. Because one thing I didn't need to see today a bunch, and I understand this is also on me, is I didn't need to see some NFT loving, most pinned tweet about interviewing Logan Paul nonsense person talking about how Mr. Beast did a good thing. I didn't need that. So there's that. Go back to this. There's my little rant for the day. I don't actually watch Squid Games. Thank you for saying that. So many people do the exact opposite of what you just said. Well, I mean that's the thing, right? It's like, look, have I dunked on nonsense before? Sure, but I don't want to give people attention. Like, I don't know. Like, hey, here's the thing, and I haven't been able to find this. Who is the person that made the art where the two people on the bus and one person is smiling, looking out the window, and it's beautiful scenery, and the other person is frowning because they're looking at the side of the mountain, and all they see is rocks. And I don't know who made that. All I know is the memes, and it's like, I wish I knew who made that. Maybe they're terrible. Maybe they're an awful person. I don't know, but I would love to like see that, and I like that would be cool. I hope that's out there. It hasn't been circulated in my feed if it has. And then Lord Crashton says, Mr. Beast is rich enough to get past any need for funding any video stuff he wants to do. With the Squid Game guy, had to wait years for someone to want to push a Korean show since he wasn't rich. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Also, other people have done things better on this than me. There are smarter people out there talking about this in essay form. And one of the fundamental problems with that, which I'll get to in a second, of what they've said. So here's a fun thing. If you watch videos where people talk about stuff and critique things, there's some very smart people out there doing that. They're critiquing culture. They're critiquing other YouTube content, right? YouTube doesn't understand that you're interested in smart critiques. YouTube just knows that you watched a video with the title of someone who's popular on YouTube. So if you watch a detailed thought about like how like, hey, it sucks that this person does a thing, YouTube was just going to recommend to you the person that sucks. There's no nuance there. So I end up watching like critical analysis stuff on a different YouTube account because my recommendations on that are now complete and utter trash. And I have to, so it's like, okay, I don't want to do that on my main. You were going on a rant about Squid Game. I misspelled it while you were going on a rant about No, here's the thing, right? You're talking in a chat, Scooty. You're talking in a chat, so you can say that you don't actually watch Squid Game. And you can even say you don't watch Squid Games and spell it wrong, and it's fine. What I'm saying is, if you're putting a tweet out there and you're like trying to make some kind of like, well, creator content, right? This is the future. Like, right? Makes you think. If you're putting out makes you think out there, you gotta make sure you spell things correctly. But the thing I want to say about Mr. Beast from watching some content stuff on there, and there's documented stuff, and you can go in and do your own checks on that. But I do want to bring up the salient point that anyone that says they're a nice guy or a nice person over and over again isn't. They're just not. That's a red flag. Actual nice people downplay. They're like, oh, well, you know who's actually nice is so-and-so. Or I'm just trying to give back because I've been so blessed and I work with so amazing people. I'm just trying to do... Actual nice people say, I'm just trying to do my best. Or they say stuff like, it's sad that people want to congratulate me for doing the right thing. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to do the right thing. Actually, nice people don't think they're that great. Uh, People who are lying or delusional say that they're nice people. One of the worst people I've ever met in my life would go on and on about how charitable they were, because to them, charity was a get out of jail free card. It was a karma checker. It was like, well, I give away a lot of the money that I've gotten from being a rich person who inherited wealth. I give a lot of that away, so that makes me a good person. Also, again, Mr. Beast doesn't give away his own money. Ben Stein didn't give away his own money either. That was Comedy Central. It wasn't Ben Stein's money. It should have been, because the premise is better if it was his actual money. It wasn't his actual money. It was Comedy Central paid if somebody won that show. You didn't even win Ben Stein's money. That shit made me angry. Because you should win the actual money. That's nonsense. But anyway, yeah. Looked up the bus meme, says Lord Crashington, was made by a Brazilian illustrator as what seems to be about having a positive outlook in life compared to the sad guy. Yeah, I mean, I think it was that thing, right? Like, it's to me, it felt like, well, if you look one way, things are bad. But if you change your perspective and look the other way, ooh, things look great. That seemed to be what the message was. It wasn't necessarily that it was like, oh, this person's sad and this person's happy. It's like, yeah, no, your perspective can change that, which is true to a certain extent and is whatever. But mostly what I was saying there as I went into my many rants was just like, I don't know. I don't trust people. I guess my big takeaway is, yeah, I don't trust people that say they're great or they're good. And yeah, if you're big, and look, here's the thing, right? Um, there are a lot of Mr. Beast defenders, which is whatever. But what's great is we don't know what will make them hate him. It'll happen, right? It's gonna happen, right? At some point, he's gonna do something, and it won't even be like a big thing. It'll be like a weird minor thing. Like he'll work with someone too famous for him, right? And then people will turn on him because he's turned his back. Maybe he'll like do something that's not on YouTube, and which is always the thing that gets people riled up. But there'll be something that he'll do. And the thing is, like I said, it won't be like, oh, he did a horrible thing to someone. It'll be like he did a thing that is fine. It doesn't mean anything. But people decided that it was a betrayal. It is yeah, it's a weird thing. It's part of the whole like bigger talk about like what it means to be what it means to be famous via the internet, and how that makes you for some reason that makes you like answerable to people because they made you famous. Yeah, it's a which is a whole other garbage thing. I do also want to point out when I am talking about the inherent hypocrisies of looking at Squid Game and saying, you know what we should do is make that real, and how that is awful and terrible, because it is. I should also say that generally positive people who do some good stuff, and I do generally appreciate their goofy content, and then their more serious content, which is the Try Guys, also did Squid Game shit, and I didn't watch that video, and here's the thing, I'd like to think they said, hey, we understand that this is ridiculous that we're doing this. I don't know if they did, because I didn't want to click on the video. So I don't know if they like acknowledged the nonsense of that. But when I saw that, I was like, of course they did. I mean, you gotta. All right, you gotta. Like you gotta do something like this. You gotta like just ignore the politics of the show and are making Nickelodeon guts with adults. Yeah, right. Like just and also they're calling it Squid Game because that is a Googleable thing and it's a call to action for people that are like, oh, I wanna like check out more, like, oh, I have thoughts, I want to see what's going on with this, like I want to like, oh, I know that show, I get this, I'll like this. I get that. It makes sense. It'll be the top of YouTube for a bit, right? And it is part of the thing that like I'm so glad that I'm not in reactionary content creation. Oh, I'm so glad that I don't react. I'm so happy that the closest thing I get to that is this kit came out very recently and I'm building it now. Like this kit came out like weeks ago. That's my reactionary content, is that I'm building the new hotness as soon as I could. But I'm so glad that I don't have to like worry about trends or like um, a content creator that I do enjoy was talking about. He does Hearthstone stuff, and he's talking about how he doesn't do a lot of like sponsored YouTube content for like playing other games, and how he's going to try to avoid that next year because he's like, I don't want to work with companies right now. I don't like, and his livelihood is tied into working on an active Blizzard Activision game, right? So like that's already bad because even if outside of like what if the game isn't good and unless people want to watch videos about the game, he also has stuff of like, is this a thing I should even be doing? Um, which is a lot. It's a lot to talk about and to think about. Um, uh, so I thought that was interesting. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna try to like not work with game companies because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen. It's good that the reaction videos you made didn't blow up. Yes, I really want Hi-Nu Gundam real great, but I can't get it anywhere. I know, Scooty, I got really lucky with this kit. Actually, Mr. Bad Gunpla himself, because some of you came in from the raid, was tweeting about it when they had limited numbers available on Gundam Planet, and I saw the tweet, and I was just like, oh, I'm getting that, I'm gonna get that. I wanted it, and I had the money to get it, so I was lucky. Yes, Lord Crescent brings up a point. I did do some reaction videos this year. Now, I wasn't doing topical reactions. And I also stopped doing it because I wasn't enjoying it. I do think that me like recording myself watching like a bad anime and then chopping it down to like 6 minutes, I do think I'll do that again because that's the only way that I would like ever watch something that is terrible, like episode 2 of X Arm. Like I wouldn't have gotten through that episode if I wasn't recording myself watching it. So, because oh boy, that is some straight garbage. But yeah, I ended up stopped doing that. I think it was fine. My parents aren't letting me get anything because it's almost Christmas. I hear you, Scooty. That's the thing, right? Like, yeah, I made some purchases because there were some sales, Thanksgiving, holiday weekend sales. So I did end up making some model kit purchases. Some of the stuff that was up until just now exclusive to Target, the timed exclusives for the Breaker stuff. I've picked up a few of those either from Amazon or from Gundam Planet or from USA Gundam Store. So I picked up a few kits, but like, and I pre-ordered. What did I pre-order? I pre-ordered a premium Bandai kit. The wait, where did that go? No, which one did I pre-order? The one? Oh yeah, the Weiss Barzin, which is just a repaint of the Barzum high grade because it's a weird looking kit and great colors, excellent colors, kind of like sand rocky colors, great colors. But I pre-ordered that because it's coming out in January, so it's not much time. Which if they're doing like 2 month pre-order on it for Premium Bandai, it should mean that they shouldn't slip because that seems to be a confident pre-order. That's just my opinion anyway. Yeah, the Barzum. I'm excited about that. Weren't there reaction videos to Jeff putting the Switch card in his mouth? That was on 404ing it. I don't think I put reaction. I don't think I did post those. I know Jeff watched he reacted to some reaction videos to him licking the Switch games because it ended up on one of those like kids react style video things, the whole reacts channel. So I think Jeff Gersman watched people watch him do it and kind of, which is weird. But yeah, we didn't show those on 404ing it. For those who don't know, 404ing it was my attempt to do a like clip show that wasn't mean. It was like Tosh.0, but nice was kind of like my little tagline on that. So it'd be like fun clips of like weird internet stuff that we thought was cool. And the goal was that people who would watch the show, because it was a panel, and then also I put it online, would be able to like walk away from it and have like a new thing they really liked. They'll be like, oh, I have a thing I have to Google later. Like, wait, there's a TV show in Japan about like a chimpanzee and a dog, and they get like, and the chimpanzee is in overalls and they go on adventures, and that's just like a show that existed in Japan, and a bunch of clips of that are on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, you can just watch that. You can just go and find that. That was that kind of thing. No, the Barzum, yeah. Yes, the Weiss Barzum. Do I have a photo of that? I think I have. Did I include that? Let me add in a image here. I'll find it. I have it in my archives. Okay, browser, images. Let me check I save a photo of everything I've bought and that I'm building so that I can easily get at it. Where is it? There it is. This thing. Look at this thing. I'm building this. It's from the Gundam Breaker Backlog with its sandrocky colors and its weird fin that I really enjoy. And it's like no neck because of its shoulders. I'm building this thing. In I mean, it's coming in January. I don't know when I'm gonna build it, but I know I'm getting it in January. That is the plan. Hopefully, it doesn't slip because so does pre-orders do. Still haven't gotten shipping notification on my Live Lance Heaven or my Barbatorus from Build Breaker, or from Breaker, I should say, that were pre-orders from USA Gundam Store that were supposedly going to ship by the end of November. Haven't gotten those. Hey, Dirty, welcome. Haven't gotten a shipping notification about that. Just want to build that Live Lance. Good night to you, Harold. I will catch you later. Have a good one. Thanks for being here, my friend. I just want to build the Live Lance Heaven. I want to build that. It's a death scythe, but it's not a death scythe, and I want to put it together. We'll do it at some point. All right, let's panel line this. We're going to take a pause for the calls in a bit, but not for a little while. Oops. I got a under gate to clip off here. Yeah. Let's see. Other things I want to talk about. Prepping for travel. I recorded some videos because, like I said, I will be in another room for like a week. And so I wanted to record a video with like this background instead of some other background because I'm not exactly sure where I'm setting up. I have an idea, but I don't know precisely. So I want to yeah, recorded some video stuff. Got some stuff out there. Nothing serious, but a couple things. Happy to be done with it. Got a lot done yesterday. Getting this room ready to move around, getting some stuff together for I gotta do laundry next week so that I have this is a fun thing. I haven't been to a convention in a while, and now I'm like, oh yeah, what am I gonna wear? Especially because I will be on a panel on Saturday, so I have to get some stuff together and think about that and make sure put new inserts into my sneakers so that my feet don't hurt from walking around all the time. Because I'm on the move, but not like that, not convention floor move. So yeah, I'm getting ready for that, and that'll be fun. You can see here that we've got this pops open and the beam saber is under here. It should pop open. I don't know why it isn't. You put your tree up today. Nice, Dirty. Yeah, we're doing that in a little bit. We did a lot of outside decorating. That was a lot of my yesterday, was getting that together, like putting the reindeer in the yard and all the other stuff. So this has to pull forward, and then you've got your beam saber inside the backpack. Of course, this kit also has the beam saber that is on the arm, which I really like. I love that placement. I think that placement is rad. I wish it was on both, but it's only on one. And then there's the other ones that live in there. It's cool to give you the 3 so you don't have to decide where you're going to put it. I think that's neat. Yeah, we did outside decorating, put up wreaths and stuff, got some boxes down, setting that up. We went and bought, basically, we have a giant artificial tree because our living room here in the house is very tall. It is a really high ceiling. So instead of buying a huge real tree, we have an artificial tree, and then we have a small little tree that we put out in the porch, which is the real Christmas tree, which is the inverse of how we used to do it back when I was a kid, where upstairs we would have a small little artificial tree, and then downstairs we would have the real tree. It's also easier to get a big real tree in Connecticut than it is down here. So I don't mind that we have the artificial tree. I think it's totally good and fine. But we'll decorate that once we have relatives here as an activity, something for them to do. And then I'll be hanging out with my aunt and uncle this week, which will be nice. Weekend. So, I don't think I've talked about this. This is very light, but I'll mention it. So, this is I live in a golf community, meaning that there is a golf course around us. Now, it is not part of the HOA. It is a separate business. It is not owned by the residents or anything like that, but there is a golf course around here. So not all of mine, but a lot of my neighbors have their own golf carts, which they can't use on the courts, but they can drive to, they can drive to the golf course. And there are places that have like golf cart parking around here. It's like a thing. It's not a big thing, but it's a thing. So a couple times a year, there are golf cart parades, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is, instead of floats, there are a bunch of golf carts driven by people, and they decorate them. There was a 4th of July this year. My favorite was someone that used like construction stuff and like built out to convert their golf cart into like a spaceship. I don't know why they did that, but I thought that was kind of fun. There's going to be one this weekend. It will obviously be Christmas themed. There will be multiple people dressed as Santa, Santa sleigh, a lot of that. I hope someone puts a big red ball on the front of one, does a Rudolph thing. I don't know. I don't talk about it much because it's weird to say that I live off of a golf course. It makes it seem like that my parents are loaded, and they are not. It is just, this is the community that they retired into. It happens to have a golf course. Neither of my folks use it. It's just a thing that's there. But it's weird that it exists. It's weird. I think somebody figured this out a while ago because there was the pro shop sign that I took a photo of that was all beat up and like messed up because the mailbox for the pro shop got hit by a car, and then they put it back together really haphazardly, and it was like, I don't think this was done by pros. Haha. But that was the thing where I was like, all right, well, this is bad. We gotta like figure this stuff out. I guess I'm gonna watch some golf carts that are Christmas themed drive around. It's a thing. All right, so these have to snap in. I should say this. These snap in a way that sounds like something is wrong, but nothing is wrong. It's okay. It's just that these snap in. You got to put some pressure on there. I don't like it when you have to put a lot of pressure on a thing, but now the backpack is complete. We can attach it on here. We will attach. We could just do this. You could just put this on here, no problem. But like I said, it's top heavy. It doesn't really want to do that. So the better option would be to remove it, place this here. Yeah, there. And then attach it after the fact. And it slides in and rests there. Great. And then I can show you here. We've got the back of it. And then they're going to be funnels that attach there. Now, for whatever reason, this kit decides after that, it's like, no. Let's build our gun. Let's build our beam rifle and our hyper bazooka. The new hyper bazooka. Everyone's talking about it. It's the new hyper. It's all the rage. But we'll start on that. But yeah, let me know, folks. Hey, you getting? Do you do real Christmas trees? Your family, you and your roommates, you and your significant other. Do you get out the old Christmas tree? Do you not celebrate? You hey, happy holidays and all, but not my thing. Or am I chatting to you right now as you celebrate a Hanukkah, which is not that big a deal to most Jews because it's not a high holiday, it's just the holiday near Christmas, and we understand that, but we still wish you a happy holiday and a happy Hanukkah. Let me know. Let me know if you got I buy a cheap real tree, like a tiny one right before Christmas, or I got an artificial tree, or no, I put up Christmas lights. I got a Santa hat that I'll put on closer to the holiday. I'm going to do that. Folks that have been here before know that I will indeed get a little festive that way. But yeah, I'd like to hear from you in chat. What's your thing? You got any Christmas trees you going in for it, or you avoid it? Not your thing, not your style. When I had roommates, I had a very small fake tree, and we put it in the kitchen on the kitchen table because none of my roommates ever ate in the kitchen. We had the living room or our own bedroom. So the kitchen table was mostly the place that the mail went, and then also the place that the little fig tree went, because I had a fig tree, and it was fun. We have fake trees in my family because we always forget to water real ones. I understand, I get that. Yeah. And one cousin's house have a fire hazard that it was enough of that. Yeah, totally dirty. One close call is enough generally for people to be like, okay, well, we're not doing that anymore. I don't think I've ever done a real tree. Oh yeah, we used to do real trees in Connecticut because we lived in the suburbs and we were close to actual Christmas tree farms that were run by people we knew. We knew some of the tree farmers, so we did real trees. Now, when I used to work at the old Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, we had fake trees there, and I would help decorate those trees. And I really enjoyed decorating a tree that didn't matter. And then one thing I would always do is run a string of Christmas lights along the back wall of the stage because that's just festive and fun and easy. It's just easy to do. So that always felt like a no-brainer. So there we go. All right, so there is our gun. That was very easy to assemble. We'll hit it with a little bit of black, see if it needs it. I don't know if it's going to need it, but we'll hit it with a little bit of the black marker here. Just kind of touch it up. But yeah, I always like hearing what people's traditions are, all that. If they do real trees, if they do artificial. Hey, I've always grown up with my childhood home had we're actually almost not done. We do two more pieces on here, but we'll still do a little panel lining on this. My childhood home had a fireplace, so always made sense to have stockings. This house here, no fireplace, so the bookcase has stockings hung on it because we still wanted to keep that tradition of little things. For me, there's always there's always like an Amazon gift card. I'll get like a gift card in there, which always thoughtful to get, or like yeah, something small like a package of cocoa, get a little hot chocolate, that kind of thing. Nothing huge. My mom will get like fancy after dinner like mints she likes, or maybe like a an ornament to put on the tree that will be in there. Um, just stuff like that, little small things. Those are always fun. We do the stocking. We got into the habit of doing presents on Christmas Eve, and the stockings on Christmas morning. Now, of course, when I was a child, it was one present on Christmas Eve and then all the other presents on Christmas Day. But we changed that up, and I think I prefer the all the presents Christmas Eve. Like have a big breakfast on Christmas Day and then like go and see what's in the stocking, and not having to be all the presents on Christmas Day. I don't know. I like it better. I play Santa in the house and hand out presents. I play the person giving out the gifts. That has become my job, and I'm happy to do it. I like doing it. So yeah, I got a Santa hat for it. I didn't originally pack one because I have one. I have a whole Santa costume in New York in storage, but my mom went out of her way to make sure that I had one, so that I would wear one. We did it, which is very nice. Weirdest stocking stuffer you ever got? Go. Lastberg says mine was Species on VHS, which I definitely was too young for. Holy shit, that's a weird stocking stuffer. A VHS copy of Species. Lastberg. I definitely don't have one weirder than that. I once had a gift card holder that didn't have any gift cards in it because they forgot to put gift cards in the gift card holder. They had bought the gift cards, they just didn't put them in the holder. It was like a nice little like tin, and it didn't have anything in it. And I was like, "Why are you pranking me?" It was an honest mistake, but I was still like, "What's going on? Why is this happening?" Um, I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." But yeah, it ended up being fine. But I was like, "What's going on?" But yeah, nothing that weird. I don't know. I got like a Darth Vader like keychain like charm, and I'm not big on Star Wars. I've never like I like it, but like I don't know. That one was weird. That was like they must have seen it somewhere. Like I was like, it's neat, it's cool. Also, I got it and I was like, I don't have keys right now. I don't have a lot of keys. Like I do have a few, but I really don't have a lot of keys. So it was like okay, thank you. But what? Um, Along those lines, last break, I got a VHS copy of Dinosaur Island. That was a real trip. Yeah, Dinosaur Island is It's been a long time since I saw it, but that is a weird movie, if I remember correctly. Weird video. Kind of messed up, but yeah. I hope that you enjoyed. We are going to take a pause for the cause in a minute or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel, which would be nice, but under no obligation to do so. And then we'll get back into building, because really what we got left to do here is I'm going to talk about some manga. Haven't watched any anime to chat about. This has been a bad season for anime, or it's an okay season and nothing's clicking with me. I like dinosaurs as a kid, and they apparently only saw the dinosaur word. Yep, that happens. Anyway, yeah, in the second hour of the stream, I will be chatting about some manga that I have been reading, and I will also be chatting with you about some stuff. We'll talk about some video games and all of that. And then we're gonna finish this bazooka, build a shield, and then we're gonna build the ever popular funnels. And I don't actually know if we're gonna finish this kit tonight. I said we would. I might stay late. We might stream a little past 11, just because I would like to put this kit to bed, and then start the Efreet Custom, which is right here, the Efreet Custom high grade. I would like to start that on Thursday. So maybe we'll stay a little later. I'll go a little longer than normal on a Monday. I don't mind doing that now and again to wrap that up, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess the VHS box didn't have the very naked Frank Frizella lady I'm seeing on IMDb. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure the VHS just said Dinosaur Island to sell more copies of Dinosaur Island. There, put this here, put that there. Or yeah, got some more components on this kit to put together here, but we'll take a pause to cause in a moment or two. Let me just get this step done on here. I don't have to really panel line the weapons too much. I don't really go in for that too often. Sometimes I don't mind doing it, but most of the time the guns don't really need it, so I don't worry about it. Nope. It was from a grab box at a flea market. I think we love to go on the big one out towards Mesquite. Yeah. No. Yeah. Sometimes you're just the thing. We're just like, another present. Great. We'll just get this. We'll just get this. That'll be fine. And thought isn't as put into it as one would assume that would be. I've been there. I understand. I've done that. My dad once bought my mom will not let my dad forget that he once bought a holiday card for her that it just looked like a nice card, so he picked it up. But it was about like how they hadn't seen each other in a while. My parents lived together. So it was like a miss you, like happy holidays, card. Which was, yeah, as I said, my mom will not let my dad forget that he pulled that. They will not forget. It is fun that one time, I bought my dad a Christmas card, which was identical to the card that he bought my mom for Christmas. It was a joke card. I don't remember what it was, but I bought it in New York and he bought it in Connecticut. And we bought this exact same card, but that was very weird. It was very weird to realize that had happened. It was like, oh, that's odd. That shouldn't be a thing. All right. Anyway, we're going to go to the intro screen. Now, we are going to take a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk about ways you can support the channel if you're so inclined. These are all optional things that you can do. None of these things are things where I'm like, oh, I need everyone to do this. But because I am, I'm a content creator. No, because I do, model kit building and stuff like that, that I do have ways to support me. If you're so inclined, you watching is great. Hit the follow button if you came in from looking, from Bad Gunpla, or you came in because you were like just looking for model kit building on Twitch and just searched around. If you haven't already, hit that follow button so you know. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote. Tier 2s are for Scythe. Subscribing is an easy way to support what I do. You can use your cash money, put a credit card or your debit card there. Or if you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you have the Prime token, you could use that for somebody. If you're not using it for me, please use it for somebody out there. As you can see, Aristofan has that because Aristofan is tier 2, which is very nice. Aristofan renewed their subscription today, which is great. As mentioned, I am at 42 out of 50 subs. Would love to hit 50. If you're thinking about it, that would be great. If you're not, that's okay. If you've been gifted a sub previously, you can convert that to a regular subscription. Bits and coins, always appreciated if you want to do that. I would love it. Again, these are all optional. These are not things you have to do, but would love it. And thank you, everybody who is a subscriber. I have other ways to support what I do here. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. I would say, if you're going to join my Patreon at the $1, $3, $5, or $10 tier, do it next month, because this month's almost over, and I don't want you to get charged for like a couple days. I've done that before, and I don't mind doing it. There was a creator that I liked the work they had just put out, so I joined 2 days before, and they like literally messaged me on Patreon. They're like, "Hey, do you want to like me to refund this, and you'll just join next month?" And I was like, "No, you made the thing I like, so you could join my Patreon." As I try to get back to $150, and I drop below it because a few people have decided to cancel, and that is okay. Any help is great. I have a YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to my YouTube videos, obviously for free. Subscription doesn't cost any money, but you could join for $2 a month. And what ends up happening there is the videos that normally go out on Wednesday, you get on Tuesday. And so there's a couple more weeks of my Wednesday series, which is the best of Build With Baer. I'll have a new series starting in January that is more improv, because I miss doing improv, so I'm going to do a year-long improv project. Because originally I was doing reaction videos, and I stopped doing it because I got sick of doing that. So I've been doing like clips from the streams, and I'll still probably clip things now and again. It just won't be weekly. Including probably the rant I made tonight will probably be the next clip. But anyway, what was I going to say now? Oh yeah, subscribe to my YouTube. That is another way to support what I do. Also, direct donations. If you want to do a one-time donation, if helping me out monthly is not something you're interested in, I understand. But you could do a one-time donation if that would be cool, and there are ways to do that. You're going to find all this in the show description of this YouTube archive, or you can see it right here, because I will be putting up an archive here of the video on my YouTube. Everything I make through direct donations, Patreon, YouTube, and through Twitch goes to buying model kits and equipment. My Stream Deck came because of that. Various things happen because of your generous support. Mostly it's me buying model kits like this, the Hi-Nu. I would not be able to have purchased this Hi-Nu if it wasn't for your continued support. The fact that I had the funds available to snap this up as soon as I could. I have an Amazon wish list. If you would like to see the next thing I build be something that you bought, if you buy something from my wish list, it jumps the queue. So the stuff I've got in my backlog, I don't build on my backlog. I build the thing you bought because that's the least I can do. Looking at my Amazon wish list real quick, I've got some Lego sets in there. I added some new stuff in. I've got some of the Gundam Breaker Backlog kits that I haven't picked up yet, like the red frame inversion, the black frame, I guess you could call it, and the Blazing Gundam, the ground unit, just basically the stuff that was out there. Various prices. They're expensive for high grades, but they're on Amazon, so I put them on the list, including like a very expensive the 00. Or is the Gundam Virtue 00, which is a chonker of a kit. Lots of extra armor on that kit, but it's very expensive master grade. But I put it up there because, like, I don't know, it'd be nice to get some of those kits built. Like I said, Lego and model kits, you buy something on there, it jumps the queue. We'll get back to building real soon, but I just want to go through my quote unquote ad reads. An alternative to Amazon is USA Gundam Store. I don't have a wish list on there, but you can buy a gift card, and then if you wanted to, you could get the code in your email, and then you could send me that as a DM, and then I'll buy something from USA Gundam Store. And it's like buying something from Amazon in that I'll shoot a video about how you bought the kit, and it'll jump the queue. That's another way to support what I do. If you want to support me for no money, you can join my Discord. I post build photos. People post stuff they're working on. If you got anything coming up over the holidays, folks, you're putting together something, post some photos. I'd love to see that on the Discord. Very chill Discord. Mostly it's just people hanging out, relaxing. It's pretty nice. Let's see. Things I want to link to you. I want to link to you some videos. Pat Bear's Anime Club is my my series about whatever I want to talk about from the world of anime. In this particular video that I put out, this last one is me ranking tabletop games and card games in anime, like the anime about that. Everything from Cardcaptor Sakura to Yu-Gi-Oh! I ranked 9 shows. And I haven't used Tiermaker in a while, so it was kind of fun getting into that. Best of Build with Baer is my clip series. I will have a new one up on Wednesday. This past, most recent one that I'm putting a link to here is me talking about how I have a sound effect of a toilet flushing. That's just a sound effect I have, and just me talking about why that exists. And then I have a new series. I don't know when I'm going to be updating it more, but I put an episode of Pat Bear's Backlog. Pat Bear's Backlog. And that is just a series that I will jump in now and again where I talk about the kits that I have. I look at the backlog of stuff I've got and just kind of talk about what's available, what's there, what I'll be building in the future. And then I try to figure out if I am pronouncing the name of the thing right. I still don't know how to say the AUG or AUG from L game. I don't know how to say it, but I have that in my backlog. Anything else? No, we're going to get back to building. I'm going to drink a little water, and then we're going to talk about some manga that I've been reading, and then we're also going to continue working on this kit. So let's talk about some manga in the main feed. Drink a little water. I didn't do the dramatic transition, so I'll do that now. We'll say that I did this. That's what I want to do now when I'm drinking water, and I didn't. I messed it up. I did it on Saturday. I forgot to do it today. So my apologies for really, really choking on that. Anyway, I've been reading a little bit of manga. Oh, Dirty wants me to play the ska. I will. And as I said, Wednesday I'll have a new ska song. Do 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 do. So yeah, that's our ska. Anyway, I've got some manga to talk about. Let's talk about Meika-san Can't Conceal Her Emotions. It's a romantic comedy about two high school students that spend a lot of time together and like each other, but one person can't admit that they have feelings for the other because they want to be professional. Because the twist in this one is one of them's a maid and the other is the dude that they live together, and they have to pretend like they don't live together. So I'm generally not interested in dynamics like that. The like employer employee like falling in love kind of stories. I'm generally not interested in that. Um, but in this case, it's weird to say. She has decided that she is his maid. He is not paying her. She lives there. We don't get into it too much, at least what I read, doesn't get into too much of like that, but it's very clear that her, his father, who is now away, was like, hey, I'm going to let her stay here and move in. Like that she was in some sort of trouble or situation, and that she's able to live there. And she decided, well, since that she has been quote unquote saved, the least she can do is like work it off by being a maid. So it is like a voluntary maid thing, but she still is a maid and acts like a maid. So it is that weird like power dynamic that I don't love, but they don't really focus on that, and mostly they just focus on the like awkward interactions between these two people. And it's fine. I don't know if I'm going to keep reading it. The chapters are short, and there's also a lot of it. There's like many, many chapters. So if I wanted to, I could keep reading it, and it wouldn't be a problem. I'm looking for like a new like relationship cute manga to like read because I've been missing that. So I'm always like looking for that because I do like them. I just don't necessarily think that this is the one that I'm like, this is for me. This is the one that's gonna like really do it. So it's mostly like a like meh, meh. Which is a shame because as I said, I do like the premise somewhat. So yeah, so that is Meika-san Can't Conceal Her Emotions. If there's anything I missed about that. Oh, also, it is very clear the two of them do like each other. Like there is definitely like, so there is a conflict on her part of like, oh, I've got to be a good maid. On his part is like, the girl I like, I live with, and also wants to be my maid. What do I do about that? Like, and so I like that that's his conflict, is like, how do I change this? And which I can appreciate. All right, we're done with the bazooka, so we're gonna build the shield. We can put the bazooka on the back of this kit if we want to do that. Put that in there if we want to. We can put the bazooka on the back of this kit, which I think we'll. Oh wait, we can't do that. Oh no, we can. Where does that go? It goes on here. So yeah, we're gonna put our bazooka here on this backpack, right there. So that's where that's where the bazooka is, right there on the back of it. And now we're going to build a shield, and then we will build the funnels. Shield and funnel, and then we should be able to finish this kit and knock it out of the park. Let's talk about the Wielder of Green Magic and Scent, which is a pretty dang good, relatively new isekai, a reincarnation isekai. So I was like, ooh, I like it. Folks that know about my manga and anime preferences know I do like the isekai subgenre of anime. I think they're fun. Anyway, there's only 3 chapters of this so far, and I'm liking it, and I want more of it. We're getting the hint that this might have some romance in it. So our girl, who goes by the name Belle, because the Japanese name doesn't sound great when she's saying it to people, they have trouble understanding her, so she's just like, let's just go by Belle, which is like her online persona name. Anyway, Belle, she died of heat stroke. And she can kind of remember that somebody was like, hey, I can't bring you back to life, but I can transport you to this world. Please help save it. Please help heal the world. And she's like, I don't know how to do that. Basically, we learn a little bit about her past life in that she was really lost, and she met somebody that was really kind to her and helped her out. And so, kind of repay that, or inspired by that, Belle got really into working with herbs and learning about plants and that kind of stuff, and like homeopathic remedies, because she was so inspired by this older lady that really helped her out, which is a nice little story. And so that's kind of her backstory, and now she is in a forest, like a mythical forest, and she's hanging out with this little, she thought it was a puppy, turns out that it is a silver wolf, and the mom is there, and this is basically like a sacred beast, and they can kind of communicate with one another. Now, does she name the puppy that wants to stay with her, does she name that puppy Poochie? Yes, she does. She does name a wolf pup Poochie, which I do think is adorable. And the dude shows up, and he's like, hey, yeah, my arm's kind of hurt, whatever. Are you okay? What's going on? And she's just like, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing out here. But, hey, your arm is hurt. I know I can make a salve for you. I can kind of help heal you. Would that be okay? And he's like, it's clear he wants to say, like, it won't matter, but okay. And she does. And like, after a good night's sleep, he's like, yeah, I'm great right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm perfectly all right. Hey, what's your fucking deal? And she's like, what? Because he's like, I was cursed for my arm to really not work. Like, several magicians worked together to curse my arm, and you healed it. What's up? And you're in this forest, and I've never, like, people don't come here, and you're hanging out with a sacred wolf, and the cub wants to be with you. What's going on? And she's like, well, I'm probably blessed by the goddess. And he's just like, yeah. She's just like, all I did was like think positive thoughts about you being healed while I applied the salve. And he's like, yeah, you used a spell. So she's going to travel with them. The puppet's coming. Poochie is coming with them. I don't know where this is going to go. It's got the hint that there might be romance in this. Like, I can't imagine there won't be romance, and I am hoping for it because I like these characters. But I definitely, it's intriguing. Like I said, I would like to check out more of it because it is like, it's got strong hooks. It's got like some good possibilities to it. I don't know if this is going to be slow or if this is going to be a lot of action because there was a little bit of violence, but not much. There was a boar that he killed, and then she cooked up for him. But yeah, I think this is a strong premise. This reminds me a lot of the manga I read a couple weeks ago that also is short right now, about the girl that gets summoned and she just wants to open a bookstore, or she opens a cafe where you can read books, and that one is a romance. I mean, she's engaged in it at that point, but which I like that one a lot. So I'm into those kind of stories. I'm also into the shield. This shield has like a little bit of light purple in it and the blue, and I love the pattern on here. We're gonna panel line this. That was a weird transition, I know, but I am really, really liking the look of this shield. I really like this would be stickers on a high grade. Even a master grade might not be this detailed with the plastics. I really like this real grade for that. Overall, I've been really enjoying this kit. Sometimes real grades are tough, especially the earlier, like 2015 real grades or whatever. This line got introduced. The first couple that came out had some real issues. This has had zero issues. It has been a pleasure to build. So I've been really digging that, because we're getting there. All we've got left is the funnels. So, but yeah, overall, I've really enjoyed working on this kit. So anyway, that's the manga I have been reading. As far as video games go, I have been mostly playing. I've been playing Hearthstone. I'm still playing Hearthstone because it's towards the end of the month, and I wanted to try to rank up a little bit, and I got it basically as high as I'm gonna get for the end of the month. But yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone. Also, there's a new expansion coming out very soon, which is weird because the mini expansion feels like it came out only a couple weeks ago, which is on purpose. They're just trying to like put out good press, change the narrative as much as they can. I understand that sucks. It does suck that they're doing that, but yeah, there's an expansion coming out, so that will also change the meta up, and maybe will hopefully be fucking cool and a fun time in Hearthstone. And then I'm playing a lot of Halo. I've just been I got a crew to play, so I'm not hating like playing like Oddball. I don't love Oddball, but with a crew, it's more fun. And Capture the Flag has been really great. So yeah, it is very fun to play with some people I used to play Halo with, and some of the Back for Blood folks that kind of got back into gaming stuff for Back for Blood that we bounced off right away. Progression is still fucking broken. It's just not good. It is not ready for prime time. The game is very fun, so I've been enjoying that. But like the bells and whistles around it, I'm not loving. Like I'm just like challenges are like weapon challenges. I think are fine, but like game mode challenges are tough if you don't get the fucking game modes. That has been pretty annoying. Also, even if I like Slayer, I just want to play Capture the Flag. That's what I really want to do because that's where the goofiness. Still not good moving around. Like vehicles, I'm better at. I was always okay at vehicles. I'm getting better at them. But like using the hook and moving around that way, I'm just not. I'm not doing good with that. What are y'all playing? What do you want to wrap up the Halo talk? Let me know what you're playing, what you're into. Like hearing from you about that stuff. Always nice to hear what people are checking out. Or it doesn't have to be video games. You can tell me about movies you've been watching or TV shows you've been checking out or whatever, or games. Yeah, like I said, books. If we want to get in some book talk, we could do some fucking book talk. I don't really have much to say about anything. I have been reading manga. I haven't been reading anything else. But yeah, if you've been reading manga, you've been watching anime, This is your time to shine, folks. You can put in the comments what you're up to, what you're doing, because I like to see it. But also, you don't have to. But yeah, I like hearing what you're up to and what you're doing. Okay. So we are building funnels. That is all that is left for this kit. That should hopefully finish this up. So we're going to need this. We haven't used this at all, our funnel thing. Flashback says, I started and am most of the way through playing ODST for the first time. It's good, but I've definitely grown to the addition of audio logs. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of ODST, but I do remember that. I think Reach was the one I played like a lot that was outside of 1, 2, and 3. That's what I probably played the most. But yeah, I hear you. All right, we're building 6 of these at once, so let's get all these out, and then we will we'll start compiling this thing together. Oh yeah, we're building 6 funnels at a time. So we get all these out and we'll go. Lord Crashington says, I saw when the ska song was on the Stream Deck store. I saw where the ska song was on the Stream Deck store. Did you edit it to a short clip on your own, or is there a setting to that? So what I have set up is I press a button and I play the cue. I press the button again and I have a slow fade and fade it out. So this will keep playing until I press it again, in which case it will fade out. And that is what I do for that. And like, so I just built into the Stream Deck a couple cues like that. I have that, and then I have like Dramatic has the, does that, and then jumps back. Those are just built in. And actually, that fade back to this, it should be a flash to that, and it should be a fade to this. So I'll have to edit that. But yeah, yeah, I'm just editing in the Stream Deck to do that, so it fades out, so it's not just same thing with there's a fade there. That's a long clip of people applauding and cheering. But I just put the fade in there because it's better than the abruptness. Dramatic, I think, should be abrupt, but the other ones, like, it's fine. Okay, Ghost Val. Hey, Ghost Val says Final Fantasy 14 wasting time until Endwalker. That's right, that's coming. Some Pokemon, and when they're available, some Back for Blood. Nice. Yeah, there's a new Pokemon. Well, I mean, a new version of an old classic Pokemon. That's cool. I'm listening to podcasts and running through post Wastelander story of FO76, Fallout 76. Gotta beat the Brotherhood quest before Endwalker on Friday. Ooh, you got a time crunch, Dirty. Good luck to you. I'm playing Dungeon Encounters, which is a really minimalist RPG. It is strangely compelling. I was looking at the plugins, and wasn't sure what was useful for what to do. Oh, about the Stream Deck. Yeah, I like the I like putting in fades for audio, just in general. Like when I have a mixing board and do audio cues, I always try to fade out songs and abruptly cut off sound effects. Depending on, or I'll build into the file sometimes if I'm doing it myself. Lashbrook says, also, I started a rewatch of Gurren Lagann, and that show looks way better than I expected it to. I remember it going out pretty close to the switch over for HD. Yeah, they put some money into Gurren Lagann. I can imagine that holding up. It's been a few years since I did my rewatch of that. Also, I probably watched that fan subbed. So I'm sure that it looks better than I remember it, because a lot of shows look better than I remember it, because I was watching not great quality, like sometimes like taped off of television in Japan and then, edited on a computer and uploaded. Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, so like a lot of that shit stuff. But even like I went back and watched Outlaw Star. And that looks better than I remember, because I watched that on TV. I never saw like anything high res of that. I just saw like cable. And that actually looks really good. I mean, some of it doesn't look good, but a lot of it looks really good. Okay, so these are going to be on this side. So we want these up. And let's build some funnels. Let's do this thing. Started rewatching home movies, and the show is still good outside of a few bits that didn't age well. Well, Crash did. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a comedy. So I'm not surprised that there are some bits that are like weird. And then also like as I get older, I think I'm more sensitive to like there's a intrinsic thing that has to happen where you have to be cool with like bad in like not bad, but like people that maybe shouldn't be around kids because they not because they're bad people, but because they're like broken themselves, and maybe it's like that's always weird to me now, I think. Like, oh wow, yeah. McGurk uses the R word. Yeah, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. That is a product of its time, and they should have known better, and now definitely do know better. But yeah, that absolutely is awful. That sucks. Hearing that. I don't know if this is. I don't. I know that there's undergate here, but I don't know. I don't think these are undergate. So we'll find out if those are or not when I try to put these things together. But I need a bunch of C13s here. So as I said, I don't know how much this is undergated. I know that these parts are, but I don't know if those are important or not. We'll find out. I don't want to clip these little pieces that are in here off until I know. But yeah, I'm definitely over the trope in anime of the teacher who is like the club advisor who is a drunk or whatever. I'm like, no thanks. Not here for that. Like, get out of that. It's like the one thing of the legitimately only complaint I've ever had with any part of a laid back camp is that I don't love that the teacher who advisor is like a drunk, and that it's like part of the storyline. Like I hate that. I wish it was not part of it. Yes, yeah. I mean, Tsunade is like, oh, okay. There's also a character that looks feminine but has deep male like voice that I'm not sure about the nature of their inclusion. Yeah, that is a tough thing, Lord Crashington, where you're like, is this a joke or what? What's happening here? What's going on with this? Like, what are we doing? Like Tina Belcher just has that voice, and it's not like there's no joke to it. It's just like that's just the voice that it has, and it's like fine and whatever. But in other instances, it is like a weird thing where you're like, what are we saying here? What's your angle? Animation. What are we doing? But yes, the like teacher figure like Lady Tsunade from Naruto, Hokage Tsunade, is sometimes you're just like, I would like it if you were responsible. What if you were a responsible adult? What if that happened? Okay, so let me just see here. This is gonna go this. I think we do want those little pegs in there, and I think it's fine that they're in there. We'll see. Or would it be better if we didn't have those there? Well, I guess we'll. I can't tell. There's these little pegs that. Oh wait, oops. Actually, I'll know in a second because there's another step that I am missing here. Silly me, I am missing a step. I guess a lot of Naruto teachers are drunks. Yeah, I mean, also it's just like some of them aren't. Not all of them, just some of them. I was missing a very important component here, which is the part of this frame. I don't know if I'm going to actually finish these before 11. I'm not racing to do it, but maybe, let's see. It's just one page. We could stay a little bit late. I'm not gonna stream too long to do it, but yeah. I mean, Kakashi senpai is or sensei is got his own issues, and Jirai as well. Jirai, they all have their own. There, there's a lot of, hey, what's happening right now? What's your fucking deal? Issues with all of Naruto's uh like parental figures, like just about, except like his first teacher. That's about it. Everybody else, you're like, hey, could you be more responsible? Like, you're a teacher. What's up? What's going on right now? Hey, Jolloves, well, happy holiday to you. The fascination with romance novels, indeed. Welcome. Welcome to the old Build With Baer Workshop. Okay, so we did want those little notches in there. That does make this all snap together in a way that's good. So we did want that. And then we now have one component of the funnel that we can put together. It's great. These are a bunch of pieces that we have to do in here, but this will hopefully look cool. I mean, the funnels do look cool. You can see it on the kit, the photo. They do look rad, so I think this will be great. Yeah, I need to tomorrow. Tomorrow. My plan is to move all the stuff here from this room into the into the other bedroom that I'll be, the office that I'll be taking over. So I'm going to move some stuff in there so I can clean this room properly on Wednesday. So I'll be setting stuff up there and giving myself a day. I didn't want to do it on Wednesday because I am streaming. Reminder, I am streaming this Wednesday. It's the beginning of December, so come check out my first stream of the month. And the plan is that I will be continuing my run of the randomized run for Pokemon Fire Red. So it's the Fire Red randomizer. I had a really good time with that. So we got the old Bird Squad. It's back. The Wing Squad. It's been a little while since we played, so I'm looking forward to doing that on Wednesday. So come check that out. Of course, streaming on Thursday, where I will begin the Ifrit. The Ifrit is I believe it. Yeah, Ifrit. The Ifrit custom, which is got a samurai theme. It's a samurai that also has rocket launchers on its knees, like on its legs. Who knows? It's complicated, but I am looking forward to starting that kit because we are going to finish this tonight. As I said, we'll go a little long tonight. We'll hang out a little later than normal, go a little past 11 if we need to, in order to finish these funnels, because this is the last step. Because what I don't want to do is start Thursday with like, hey, now we're finished, we're doing the funnels, and then be like, and now a new kit. So we'll just start with a new kit. We don't have that many steps left to do on this, but we'll get there. I gotta looking in and getting all these undergates on here. Hate these undergates. Just want this to work without having to worry about it, but whatever. Clean it all up. Not trying to rush through anything. Video game stuff, as I said, it's kind of what I'm checking out. I'm waiting on a few things. We could talk up. Let's say, hey, you know what? Let's talk about voice of cards. Voice of cards, not voice of the cards. Voice of cards. The Isle Dragon Roars isn't. It's an RPG, and it's kind of like a very bare bones RPG with card game aesthetics, card game vibes. It's not a real card game. There is a card game within it, but it's just using the language of card game and like deck builders. It's a very Japanese name for a card game. It's a very Japanese name. It's actually a good Japanese name for an RPG. Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. It's not a good name for a card game because it's not really a card game. It's a so I'm only a couple hours in, and I should say I was given a code by a friend of mine. A friend gifted me a code I'm playing on the PC, and I don't really like it, and I don't actually think I'm going to keep playing it. I might give it a little bit more time. Um, but Yokotaro worked on it, and I want to like it so much, and I very much don't. And so I'm like, I don't, like I'm trying to be nice, but like, why? What does it matter? Um, uh, Here's the thing. It People have talked about the voice acting and how it sounds like the guy doesn't want to be there, and that is my vibe. The narrator does not seem enthused. I think they're trying to go for like a Bastion thing, and it's not working. Like the guy does the voice, not necessarily the like responsive voice stuff. Um, it's just um, like I'd rather it actually was a card game. I want it to be a card game with with RPG aesthetics, not an RPG like a bare bones, boring fight system that kind of feels like it's a deck builder. I'd rather have a deck builder with like that looks like an old ass RPG. So yeah, so I'm not thrilled with it. Uh, I don't recommend it. I don't know if it's on Game Pass. Maybe it is. If it's on Game Pass, maybe take a look at it. I didn't do my due diligence to look it up, but I'm not really digging it, and I would like to dig it, but it's not doing anything for me. So I guess that's my review of Voice of Cards: The Isle Dragon Roars. You'll probably hear about it on like some. I'm sure somebody's checking it out on the video game podcast that you listen to. I think Kato has already talked about it on Waypoint, because it feels like a game that Kato would be the one to check out and then to be disappointed in as well. I'm going to assume I haven't. I'm behind on my Waypoint radios, so I don't know if he's checked it out. But I assume that if anyone was going to, it would be him, and maybe he likes it. There was a quick look on Giant Bomb. That also makes sense, a Risk fan, that there would be a quick look. Yeah, I'm behind on that too. I'm going to catch some quick looks on my flight to and from Philly. I'm going to download some of the full quick looks, not the quick looks, the full versions, and I'll check those out. But yeah, not surprised. It makes sense that they would do that. Check those things out. But yeah, not thrilled about it. All right. A13, E, and H. So let's do E. 13. All right, we're getting into funnel construction. Check to make sure it moves. Okay. We need 3 of E3. Then or 6 of E3. And then we'll do the bottom half. Yeah, I don't have any other games right now. Just kind of mostly watching random stuff. I'm now caught up on Komi Can't Communicate. Here's some anime talk. I'm caught up on Komi Can't Communicate. I still like the 2 main characters, and I like their slow romance and their like attempts to, for like them to like learn about each other, and it's kind of chill. The addition of the more of her family is great to find out that like some of them are very similar and some of them are like very different and lively. I love the stone cold, don't say anything, but like care, but seem like they're mad husbands who married like borderline ditzy, silly ladies. I love that both these dudes did that. I think that is very fun. That is a fun choice. And also that like Comey's little cousin is like she's pretty normal. She's like not really her mom, but like isn't like as reposed and quiet. And she didn't think that Comey liked her because the first time she was afraid of her. And I like that. I think that is a fun bit of business. But again, my problems with that story can consist of generally 2 words: supporting cast. The 3 supporting cast characters all have their own weird bullshit that sucks that I don't like about it. Um, which range from the character who is uh, gender fluid or trans or whatever, and the ambiguity of that being a joke. It is not necessarily the quote unquote trap variation of, oh, this girl is actually a guy. It is the I knew you as a guy and now I know you as a girl. Okay. Like it's a thing, like everyone's accepting, but they're confused about it. And then there are also some jokes about it, uh, uh, which I don't love. Um, don't love that. That's weird, and I don't like it. For these band, correct. So I don't love that. Then there's the girl who is yandere, which I just hate. The trope of yandere, if you don't know that term, basically, she is like there's a girl who's obsessed with Comey, but doesn't know anything about her, but also is just jealous of other people getting close to her instead of her, and she's creepy about it. And our introduction to her is her kidnapping the dude, uh, and that's just fucked up. And it's weird that they decided to be friends with her. And then there's the girl who is I guess, the least problem I have with any of the characters in it, whose fundamental trait is that she wants Comey to be abusive to her, and she wants to be uh, she wants to be treated like a dog, like like she's got like a sadist thing going, and it's like, all right, I guess, but it's also like it's a comedy show. It's a comedy, or it's a comedy, so all of it is treated like it's not a big deal, and I guess that means it isn't a big deal because they're not, treating it like one. But it also means that I'm like about the whole thing. So I like the part where the two of them together. I don't love the part where the other characters interact. I think that is not as great. But yeah, parts of it are still cute and fun. Um, all right, so let's get any under gate that's on here off, and then we're going to put these on, get these funnels together. And these are just the tops of the funnels, the mortar. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you all want to talk about here, games wise or anything. If there's anything else you're playing or what have yous. I do like hearing from you about that stuff. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I was like, oh, I gotta tell you about these games that I've been playing. Is there anything else that I'm like watching? Because I talked about checking out Comey Can Communicate. I am an episode behind on Banished from the Heroes Party because we streamed on Wednesday. I did Model Kits on Wednesday and then didn't watch it for Saturday and should have watched it for today, but I didn't because I had other stuff going on. But I will talk about 2 episodes on Thursday of that show and get caught up, especially because the drama is increasing. There's some fighting. I believe there is a marriage proposal. Like things are heating up. Maybe there's going to be something about that airship. But yeah, we're getting into some drama. The drama stuff is not residing about the drug that people are taking and all that. So I will have up to date information about that, and maybe trying a few series that I haven't tried yet. But I don't think so. I think I've tried everything. Just didn't really like a lot. There's a lot that's like fine this season, but not a lot that I'm like hell yeah. I guess that's it. But yeah, if you have anything else y'all are watching and you want to talk about on the stream, be happy to hear about it. Watching, doing anything like that. I do have to because I got recommended some like that glass blowing thing on Netflix. I should be look. I'm paying for the month of Netflix because, I mean, we got some stuff coming up very soon. So I am happy to have Netflix right now, and I'll probably keep it for a little while because got JoJo coming up, and this arc of JoJo. I have not read all of the manga for this arc of JoJo, but I have read enough to know that I am excited about some of this arc, and this should be a fun time. So gotta check that out. I'm excited to get into that. So I guess I'm gonna keep Amazon, or not Amazon, sorry, keep Netflix for a couple months probably. I mean, unless I start watching it and I bounce right off of it, because that's possible. It also, if I have Netflix for that, it means that I didn't just get Netflix for to be bummed out by Cowboy Bebop and then to be about Comey can't communicate. So that would be nice if there was something else that I'm excited about on there. There. Go. There. Oops, these are two. Are these two different ones? These are two different ones. Shit. Oh man, the final season of The Expanse is coming out soon, which is pretty nifty. Nice. I have not seen any of The Expanse. I have nothing I can say about The Expanse. But I hope that you are psyched for it. Here's what I know about The Expanse. The first season of The Expanse feels very like made in Canada, and then it gets better and better, and people are real psyched about it. That's what I know about The Expanse. Um, there's a new season of Agretzko coming out soon. Nice, yeah. Lastberg, I just recently got fully caught up with Agretzko, so that's cool. Happy about that. I do like that show. I think that show is cool. So yeah, be good to check more of that out. I do like it. I think it feels like they put out seasons of that really quickly. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there's always a new season of Agretzko these days. But whatever, it's good, so I'll watch it. Anything else that I'm like, ooh, we gotta talk about this? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else that we like gots to talk about. Um, Working on these funnels. I want to finish this kit up. As someone said on the RT podcast, now is a great time since you could theoretically binge all the seasons. Time to binge the six. Yeah, I mean, with the Expanse, yeah. If you're like, okay, I wanna get into it, you could watch the whole thing and then just be done with it. I don't know that that doesn't seem like something that I'm going to do, but it's an option for people, and that's cool that it's an option. Put these over here. All right, this is gonna go like this. We are almost done with these funnels, and I'll probably panel line these myself off stream. We just got to put. One of the reasons why this is taking a little while to do is because all of the undergating, because this isn't that complicated of a thing. It's just there's a lot of undergate stuff. Snap all those off, which can be annoying, but not that big a deal. Need 6 of these, so we can put out 6 of them here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I want to chat about. I'm a little out of ideas for things to chat with you tonight about. I apologize for that. We will, when this is done, because we are going to wrap these up, we will raid, and that is how we will close out the night. Always end with a raid, because it's nice to be able to do that. I don't know who we'll go give a raid to. I do apologize. Every once in a while, I go and we raid, and I feel bad because we raid someone who then ends their stream. I think that just happened the other day, and that always is a bummer. I mean, I never know how long people are going to raid for. I try to pick people on the West Coast, hoping they are going to keep going, but every once in a while, I do raid somebody who's just like, "Yeah, we're going to call it there," and it's just like, "Oh no, I just brought people in. Sorry." And then sometimes we get raided towards the end of the stream, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna take you for a ride. Sorry. Um, Just realized I've been reading questionable content for almost 18 years now. Yeah, some of those long ones. I've been reading David Willis's stuff for an incredibly long period of time. Through on like my yeah, because I think I came in on Roomies. So yeah, I came in pre-short packed, and now we're on Dumbing of Age. So I've been reading David Willis's webcomic stuff for like yeah, three full things, like real long time. And of course I went back to It's Walkie. And It's Walkie I was reading as well. Not Roomies, it was Walkie. It was the attempt to rebuild. Anyway, there's a lot of content. He's made a lot of stuff. I read a lot of David stuff. Um did you have something about wrestling specifically you want to talk about? I think I saw you mention it. Oh yeah, I always say like, oh, we'll talk about wrestling. I don't really have anything major to say about the wrestling biz um, right now. In particular, oh, I'll say this: I wasn't done myself as an audience member. I wasn't ready for CM Punk to move on to another person. I wanted to see more Punk Kingston because Punk was going. I mean, in my opinion, Punk was the heel in that scenario, and I like that, and I think that's the direction they should go with him because he's clearly the face with MJF, and also, look, do I think MJF should be the person to pin to give him his loss and pin Punk? Yeah, I do think that you need to do somebody like that. It needs to be somebody like that. In the same way that Daniel Bryan isn't going to pin uh, um, Hangman Adam Page. So like, yeah, I like that. But I wasn't done, and I hope they actually honestly hope they revisit Kingston Punk because I think I haven't watched Rampage yet, but I heard the match Kingston had with David Garcia was good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like two of them would gel well together. Um, but yeah, mostly it's just like me being like, I don't know. I want I wanted another round of that because I think they still have, work they could do. I think they had another match with them. Um, but yeah, I mean, because the thing is, like, if MJF goes from I beat Darby Allin to I lost to CM Punk, like that's not like they say, like, oh, a loss doesn't necessarily have to hurt you. Like he has, Punk has made people shine, and then they lost to him. So I'm not like saying that a definite necessarily, but I am saying it particularly for MJF, like he needs to win this match. So, maybe we'll get another Punk Kingston, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, they need to let Eddie have a long feud already. That Miro feud, I was really expecting to go longer. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe people just don't want to work like long term with him. I don't know, but I want to see Eddie in a substantial feud because like I mean they would have put him again with Moxley at any point and it would have worked. They could always just put him in a tag environment with Moxley and it works great. Um, but yeah, I don't know if they're planning on doing that anytime soon. So who knows? Or when Moxley comes back, but yeah, I want to see Eddie Kingston in a substantial like long-term storytelling because I think he can do it. Man can talk. Man puts butts in seats. He can cut a promo. He can get the words out there. I don't know. That's kind of my AEW thoughts at the moment, uh, and my wrestling thoughts in general. Survivor Series was Survivor Series. It doesn't. I don't consider it part of the Big Four myself. I don't get excited about Survivor Series these days. Uh, I think heel Damian Priest doesn't work because I think Damian Priest is cool. He's a cool face, and they don't have a lot of cool faces. So him being like the angel and devil thing, I'm like, meh, I don't care about that. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm loving King Woods. I think King Woods is a highlight. He's doing great work. I think that is very fun. Um, yeah, I don't have like a lot to say about WWE. I'm paying attention, but not like super invested in anything that's going on there outside of King Woods because I think King Woods is great. Uh, Hey, we just got rated from Flip Flop Slap Fight. Oh, I didn't get streamed with 4 views. I can't see the name there. I'll have to figure that. Thank you so much for the raid, and thank you for the follow, Mirror Tag. Welcome, raiders. This is the old Build With Baer Workshop. I'm Pat Bear. Yes, thank you. Thank you, raiders. Thanks for coming in. I build model kits and Lego sets. Right now, I am finishing. We're staying late. Usually, I wrap up a little before 11, so I'm glad you're here. We're staying late tonight. We're going to stream a little longer than normal. I mean, minutes longer, because we're almost done. But we're finishing this kit because we're so close that I don't want to do it on. Yes, this is the Hi-Nu. Oh my gosh, Mirror, you weren't following friend of the site, Pat Bear. Hey, I'm happy when people are following. It's nice. And we get the first time raiders. That's nice too. I like that. Yeah, you're a monster. No. But thanks for being here. Yeah. But yeah, we're almost done with this kit. I'll show it off right here. This is the real grade. This came out a month ago. Pretty quick turnaround. I picked this up pretty early. It's hard to find. We got the Hi-Nu real grade. It's a beautiful real grade. The color separation here. I mean, look at this shield. This shield is no stickers, and we're getting like purple and blue and white, and it's just like a lovely, lovely looking kit. And we're building the funnels that will go here on the back of the kit. So we'll put that aside there. Okay, your friends that met via John Bomb, so you got to get some guff. Yeah, sometimes you got to give guff. It looks so good. It's such a good looking kit. I'm so pleased with it. These funnels also look so nice. There's not a lot of purple in this kit. There's like more silver than purple, and I think it like works so well and looks so good. Oh yeah, we got to make sure this bends. All of these have to bend right, because if they don't bend right, then I didn't do it right. I don't know why, because the funnels, you want to be able to do this with the funnels, and it'll so they can be weapons. So we just want to make sure that they move, which they do. But yeah, I think the purple, there's like most of the purple is in a little bit in the shield to go with the funnels. I like that. I love the silver. This silver is so shiny. Yeah, it's just a sharp looking kit. Big fan of it. Hard to find real great, so I'm glad I got it when I did. All right, now we're going to build the bottom half of this. Get that, which is one, all of these. So we got to build the bottom half of the funnels. Like I said, I'm staying late because I didn't want to be like on Thursday, which is the next time I'm doing a build kit, a build stream. I don't want to be like, okay, we're doing like 14 to 15 minutes of one model kit, and then we're going to start a new one. Instead, we'll just start fresh with the Ifrit, which looks gorgeous as well. That's a good looking kit. Let me find that so you can look at that. Ifrit Kai, or it's custom. We're going to say custom because it says custom on the box. I think I bought it. It said Kai, but it's the Ifrit custom. Love those weapons. I love the samurai look of it. I love the launchers on the the sides of the knee. That's a great looking kit. That's our next build. So this is all plastic, Doom Rider. This is this is all high grade plastic. That is machined in Japan. Sent out by the Bandai Corporation. These are snap kits, so no glue required. We are just removing them from their sprues, as we're doing here, and following the instructions, snapping together. Now, because there are different grades for kits, so this is what's called a real grade. So the scale is like a smaller kit, but it's expensive because it's got a lot of fine detail on it. It is a very, very detailed kit. So you're going to get a lot of movement in it. So it also is expensive. But like these legs have like a lot of movement, and you can see this knee, the knee separates instead of just being like a leg, a joint, and then the thigh. There's like a lot of components going on here. A lot of detail, great for posing, really posable kit, which is nice. But one of the downsides of it being that is that like it's a lot of small pieces and it takes a while to put them together, which is not a problem if you like are psyched about a long build. But it is like you got to put a lot of effort into it, right? You got to put a lot of time into them. And I will be panel lining these or using markers to kind of make the lines pop, which I did on the kit as we went. But these funnels, I'll be doing that off stream because, like I said, we are going a little long tonight. But I'll be doing that off stream. It won't stay for me to, just hit these with a marker. It'll still look great. This kit's going on display. I don't display a lot of stuff here because I don't have a lot of room to do that. But this is definitely going on display because they look so good. Then I need all of A12 on here. But yeah, it's looking good. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here tonight on the raid. I'm excited. We were talking a little wrestling. I don't think I have anything else I need to say about current wrestling in this year. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta change that thing about the rate because it didn't say your name, and we gotta make sure it does. Gotta give credit. Credit's due. But yeah, yeah. Always nice to hit the follow. I stream Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern for model kit building. So that is the model kit streams, and then Wednesdays 9 to like 11, maybe 10:30. I do a gaming stream, and I rotate through a bunch of different games, whatever I'm kind of feeling. This Wednesday, which will be my next stream, I am building. I'm not building. Sorry, I'm playing a Pokemon Fire Red randomizer. I have a randomizer run for that. I think we're a couple gyms in, not super deep into that randomizer, but that's been a very fun stream. This is the latest Pat's been on for a while. Yeah, Lashbrook, totally. I definitely could have ended and just like saved half the funnels for the next stream, but I decided I'm going to stick around. Sometimes, I'm not feeling it, but also part of it is because we had a good little turnout tonight. When there's like 5 people at the end of a stream, I'm like, we'll see. Randomizer made the game fun and or cursed. Indeed. Well, the big thing for me is, and I should always say that I'm doing a randomizer, I'm not doing a Nuzlocke. Because Nuzlocke randomizers can be really entertaining, but also frustrating. But the other part of it is that, like, I don't find Nuzlocks fun because I don't like it when a Pokemon that I've enjoyed working with, gets critted out of nowhere, and then I don't get to do it and use that Pokemon anymore. A fundamental element of the Nuzlocke does not work for me, so I don't do them. I just do the randomizer, and we have a good time. Occasionally we don't have a good time, but most of the time, totally great, very fun. I have done some like randomizer, or some Nuzlocks in my own time. I've done non-randomizer Nuzlocks, which is just like, yeah, I'm putting some extra rules in here, but it's still fun. But when I had one attempt, and it was just bad. It was a bad time. I think like the first Pokemon we could catch in the area, we didn't catch. And then like a Pokemon fainted in the next area immediately. Our starter, which was a random starter, like didn't have moves that were like ever going to be effective. It was a real rough run. It was a cursed run. So now we just used a randomizer and try our best to have a good time. All right, so put that on there. Almost done here. We've got 2 more pieces on each of these after we put this on. And as I said, I will do some panel lining on my own to really make this kit sing. But yeah, I've had some occasional bad luck with these things. Wait, where are the rest of these? Oh, they're over here. That's right. I flipped these out by mistake earlier. I was like, oh no, where are part of my funnels? Right here. And then I just have to attach these funnels and remember how to attach, or like look and see how to attach them. Once I do A10 and C14. Right. So we're almost done with the stream. Excited about it. And of course, much like we've been raided tonight, because we had two raids that we had one at the start and one towards the end, we will also raid and we'll find somebody. Generally, they're not model kit streamers, but we always find nice people. That is my big goal. Is that we raid people who I like them and I like their community. They are fun people. We often raid Xandra, who did my emotes, and who is a fantastic lady. Love her to death. And yeah, we got a wide variety of people that we go in and give a raid to, but they're always nice people and their communities are nice because I want you to have a good time when we wrap up. That's the goal. I think I'm gonna do my dip my toe into these kits after Christmas. Nice, probably pick up one that you told me a few weeks ago. Hell yeah, third raid in a row. Yeah, yeah, that does kind of happen towards the end of the nights. You know, our nights here is like, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go raid because I'm wrapping up, and then you raid somebody who's like, I'm wrapping up, so then they go on a raid. That like definitely happens, kind of in succession. Uh, which is why I try to raid people on the West Coast because the hope is they're gonna stream for a while because it's not that late for them, even if it is late, late. And also like it's 11:15 for me. It's not that it's late for my thing. I'm gonna be up another couple hours, but uh, be late for other people. We lose Harold, during the night because he has to work a job with kids in the morning, so he can only stay up so late on a weekday, which I understand. Yes, I try to ride the wave from East Coast to West Coast because it's like not too late out there on the West Coast. So the one thing maybe we'll be able to raid the internet's, not TVs or music, the internet's Will Smith because he usually starts after 11, and it's very rare that I'm streaming after. Like usually his stream doesn't start until sometime after my stream ends. So maybe he's streaming. We'll be able to catch him, and if not, we will catch somebody great. So don't worry about that. But um, you're curious how many raids you can build up. Yeah, I feel bad. We did that the other day with Timur's. We raided Timur, and he went for like 5 minutes before he was like, "Okay, I'm done." And I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." Um, yeah, what I don't like to do is I don't like to raid. I hate to raid when somebody is about to end for the night. And then also, it's always a bummer. I've done this before when I haven't noticed. I try not to raid people who are on break because I don't know how long they'll be on break. And what I don't want to be like, hey, we're building and we're talking about stuff and we're having a good time. And then be like, okay, see y'all later. Here's a be right back screen for you to look at. Because then also I have to wait for that be right back screen because then I can't say hi to the person. Because I think for me, I always be like, uh, you watch him to feel bad about your FPS skills. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Um, but for me, it's like usually I will hang out and chat for a little bit, but I gotta decompress. I gotta get up. I gotta visit the restroom. I got stuff I gotta do at the end of a stream. So I don't hang out and chat that late when I'm raiding. Some people raid and they're just like don't even they don't even look. They just hit the raid button. They go, and I think that's fine. That's totally okay. But usually I'm expecting people to be like, yeah, I rated and now I'm gonna go like not look at a screen for a little bit. Nice. You went a pee break and then came back. Yeah. Well, appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I gotta do that right because it's been a couple hours here and stretch out. Also, like, yeah, just like change the position, change some lights around in here because I don't need these lights on the way they are. That kind of stuff. But we have now snapped this all together. Then we're gonna that. Yeah. And we got the funnels like this. Wait. Hmm. Wait, that's not. Oh, goes like that. Okay. The funnel if we do the funnel like this here. So we fold these funnels down like this. And then how do they connect in there? They just connect in. Okay. Theoretically, this will just connect in there. These things you're building look like pregnancy tests. Yes, these funnels when folded out like this. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta find my light. When folded like this, they do resemble pregnancy tests, but when we do it like that, not as much. And then these will just go in here. How do they look? Like that. Okay, great. And then they just go in the holder, and hopefully these stay. I said just this one fell out, but hopefully they will be up enough that they will look rad on display. But yeah, they should look great. Oops. As I said, these might be the point where they kind of fall out there. Your Gundam. I don't know if I want to build that one exactly, but I kind of want to build a new Gundam of some sort. There's last week there's an entry grade new Gundam that I believe is up for pre-order on USA Gundam Store in a few places. They're coming out next year, so that might be the new Gundam for you to build, like a nice, easy, entry grade. But yeah, I don't know if this one is beautiful. It's going to be hard to find because they didn't make a lot of them, it looks like. But I really enjoyed this. How much do these cost? You don't have to answer if you're not comfortable. No, so this was, yeah, but it doesn't come with the funnels. You're right, last week it doesn't. This, because it's a real grade, this was $60, which is a lot of money. Normally, kits, you can get kits, like new kits that are high grades, which are lower difficulty, for like 20 something into 30 something these days. And then the master grade, which is bigger, they're a bigger scale, they're the 1/100 scale. Those kits can range anywhere from $40 to $60. This kit has a lot of plastic, a lot of detail work. This was this was money, but I got several streams out of it, so I'm very happy with it. And the final product is really sharp. This is a really great looking kit. That's not too bad, but still pricey. Yes, definitely pricey. You just want to build one that looks like Jetfire from the Transformers. I hear you, Flip Flop Slapfight. Jetfire it rules, so I totally understand that. All right, let me put this in here. Actually, I think I put these in backwards. Yeah, I did. Whatever. They're supposed to go the other way, so I'm going to flip them around, which makes sense. You want to have it be on the other side. Whatever. Maybe they'll stay in better like that. This one didn't have wet stickers. Yeah. So it does have water slides, but I don't usually. It doesn't have like necessary water slides. It doesn't have water slides that are like if you're not using them, it doesn't look good. So it does come with plenty of water slides on here. But I'm not worried about that. I could do that, like I could put something on the shield and stuff like that, but I'm not really worried about it. It's not required like some of the stuff I've built. But that's gonna do it for the stream. We are gonna raid. That is how we're gonna end our stream, of course. We'll find someone cool to hang out with. Again, I'll be back on Wednesday for Pokemon, Thursday for a brand new kit that I'm excited about working on there. But right now, we're gonna go find somebody to go give a raid to who's doing some stuff that we think is fun, somebody I like, that is I want to hang out with. So let's see who is doing stuff. Oh, Abby's playing Bloodborne. That's fun. That's right. Abby's a West Coaster, so we could go hang out with. Yeah, you know what? Abby once raided me with like 300 people, and so Abby's playing Bloodborne, which that just seems like a good time. Abby playing Bloodborne just sounds like fun. So we'll give her a raid because she's great. Our West Coast friend now, working over there on the G4s, making that happen. But yeah, thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I had a ball doing this. Uh, but we're gonna go on a raid. I gotta type. I don't know why typing isn't working for me right now. It is. There we go. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you had fun. I'll see you in the next stream. Please come along on this raid. It's going to be a good time. And have the great rest of your November because it's almost over. And I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye, everybody.